Mexico holds elections this Sunday, but the lead up to the vote has been engulfed by political violence. CCTV's Frank Contreras is joining us live now from Mexico City. And Frank, what can you tell us about the political atmosphere now across Mexico?
Well, in general terms, Mike, I would say this country is mostly at peace, but there are a few very hot spots throughout the country, especially in the south. We've seen political candidates killed. At least 7 candidates who are running for local office have been assassinated, but also another dozen or so who were campaign workers or pre-candidates were also murdered in the campaign trail here in the lead up to the midterm election taking place on Sunday. Now, we've also been reporting that angry citizens throughout the South, mainly led by a teachers union, have been taking control of electoral offices, and they've been burning ballots.
A campaign marred by widespread discontent. In southern Oaxaca state, dissident teachers attacked electoral offices. Protesters also went after electoral offices in other states, including Chiapas, Puebla, and Veracruz. Mexican officials say more than 150,000 ballots have been burned. The president of Mexico's National Electoral Institute says it may be impossible to set up voting stations in some locations.
We have to take all the precautions we can within our possibilities if it's possible to set up voting stations. If it's not possible, then it's not possible. We are doing what is necessary to make it possible.
Up for election, Mexico's entire lower house of Congress, 9 state governors, and hundreds of local officials. Among those killed in the run-up, Miguel Ángel Luna Munguía, a leftist candidate for Congress. Witnesses say armed men entered his campaign headquarters in the state of Mexico and assassinated him.
We have tensions in very specific regions of the country, and the level of violence has been worrisome, and especially not just political violence towards the candidates, but a feeling, an environment of instability, of uncertainty of how will the election take place.
The director of Mexico's Institute for Competitiveness says the participation of independent candidates is reason for hope.
This, I think, could bring some fresh air and some degree of competition towards political parties that will force them to choose better candidates in future elections.
Jaime Rodriguez, also known as El Bronco, is a leading independent candidate to become governor of northern Nuevo León state. Polls say the former mayor and alfalfa farmer's chances of winning look good. Guillermo Cienfuegos, better known as Lagrimita or Teardrop, is a famous professional clown. He's also the independent candidate for mayor of Guadalajara, Mexico's second largest city. His campaign slogan, "I'm a clown, not a thief."
And that, of course, is a direct message to many Mexican voters who believe that their politicians are corrupt and they simply don't believe in the system. They think of it as a joke, Mike.
Frank, let me ask you about these elections and how they're looking for the governing party of President Enrique Peña Nieto.
President Peña Nieto is facing his first election since he took office as the president in 2012. And at this stage, according to a recent poll published by the Matovsky Group, a pretty well-respected polling organization, it indicates that 32% of all Mexican voters who are planning to vote will vote for the Institutional Revolutionary Party, known as the PRI, Mike. That gives the PRI an 8-point lead above its other contenders. And so it's looking like, especially for the Mexican president, the lower house, that the president will maintain his slight majority there in the lower house of Congress, Mike.
All right, Frank Contreras, live for us in Mexico City. Thanks so much. We'll keep our eye on that all throughout the weekend.